Hello, we are on video number 3 for section 9.3, which is about cylinders and spheres. On this particular one, we're talking about a cylinder. A cylindrical hose 24 inches long has an inside diameter of 1.4 inches. How many quarts of coolant will it hold? 1 quart is 2 pints, and 1 pint, that's because we have to do some converting there from our conversion chart. So 1 pint is 28.875 cubic inches, and then we round to the nearest hundredth. Okay, so our radius is going to be 1.4 divided by 2, so we get a radius of 0.7 inches. The height of our hose is 24 inches. Okay, and then we're going to use our volume formula, which is pi times the radius squared times the height, and we just plug in our numbers. So our radius was 0.7, our height is 24, and then it's just a calculation to get our volume, which is 36.945 cubic inches. All right, so you can see that it's going to be more than a pint because a pint's 28.875. Now we are doing a conversion with this. All right, so I'm going to write it out again because we have a few parts here. Write that over 1. You know that's just to line it up, so you know what's in the numerator and what's in the denominator. So 1 pint is 28.875 cubic inches. Remember that wanted this answer to be in quarts because it said how many quarts will it hold. 1 quart is 2 pints. And we needed all of that to get this conversion because we're trying to find how many quarts. So you can see my units cancel out, inches cubed and pints. That's the reason for setting this up this way, so we know how to calculate it. So if I multiply my denominator, I'm going to divide this 36.945 by 57.75. Remember, this is going to be in quarts, and that ends up as it's to the nearest hundredth, 0.64 quarts. And we did the problem. We got it done. So a little more than half a quart here. And then here's our next one. What is the weight of the piece of aluminum shown in the figure at 0.0975 pounds per cubic inch? So this is aluminum that we're looking at. And we're going to, well, first of all, you have to figure out what we've got here. Okay, so it's open through the center. There's not a bottom on this, and so basically it's this, right, this side and this, and then the other side is going to be equal to the side in the front here, okay? And so that's how we're going to go about this. And we are finding volume. Anytime you're finding weight, you need volume. All right, so we're going to have, these are rectangular prisms and a cylinder, because we've got to take out for the hole that you can see there. Okay, so let's look at our volume. So on this side over here, it is looking over to the right. You can see that from here to here, from there to there is 5 inches, and that would be true on this side also. Okay, and then the width of the aluminum all around is a 1/2 inch. Okay, so on that side it is 5 inches by 4 inches. Right here's my height of that, and then I have a 1/2 inch for the thickness, and there are 2 of them. So I have two sides. Scoot that down just a little bit. And I have two sides that are 4 by 5 by 1/2. Because remember, if we're finding the volume of a rectangle, it's length times width times height. That's kind of the simplified way of finding it. Then I have to add it to the front piece. So the front piece is 4 by 4 by 1/2. So 4 inches by 4 inches by 1/2 inch. And then I have to subtract out the cylinder. I'm going to write that out. The cylinder cutout, because that's a part that's open. It has a diameter of 2, so that means my radius is 1 inch. So pi times the radius squared times the height. Well, the height is 1/2 because that's the thickness of the cutout. Okay, and so when I calculate the first part of this, it is 20, and then plus 8 minus 1.57. So my volume ends up being 26.43 cubic inches. And then I'm going to convert that for the weight. 26.43 cubic inches times, so it's 0.0975 cubic inches, or pounds per cubic inch, sorry. 1 cubic inch. I'm going to go ahead and write that inches cubed to be consistent. So you can see that it's multiplication, which you probably already figured out. We multiply that. Now I will tell you, sometimes those students make mistakes on these and end up dividing when they should multiply, and that would mess this one up, right? We need to multiply, or multiplying when you should divide, vice, it can go either way. So 2.6 pounds is the weight of this little piece of aluminum. Okay, that is our last question and the end of the lesson. Bye, everyone.